Redevelopment Commission of Jonesboro to order. Do the roll call when you're ready, please, Brittany.
Rex.
Here.
Clayton.
Here.
Gerald.
Right, meeting minutes for February 10th are before you.
I'll make the motion, we accept the minutes as they are.
Second that.
All right, motion is second. Roll call when you're ready, please, Brittany.
Rex.
Aye.
Clayton.
Aye.
Gerald.
Aye.
All right, old business. Apparently, we just got a update about the parcels, so hopefully we can move forward on that. At least those parcels for the commissioners. Gerald, did you have anything?
Yeah, I was hoping Kenny Castro and Andy Bucket would be here. I did speak to them, it was last Wednesday, and made what I thought was a generous offer, 12 to 18 for the two lots. And, well, minus the tax that we would pay, whatever, but, and we addressed his concern regarding parking, which is why he wants to hold on to that. We've identified 5th Street, that's just getting ready to be paved. We can put parking lines in there, make that public parking, make that available to him. It's just right around the corner from his building. And as he progresses on his restaurant, if he needs additional parking, we will address that. So he said give him a week, and that was last Wednesday. So,
Okay.
But here's where I am with it. He needs to realize that his only path to getting that restaurant is to work with us on this deal, because the two most important things to him is the goodwill of this council and public opinion. And if he doesn't work with us, he's gonna lose both of those, making it virtually impossible for him to open that restaurant. So I'm at the point that we move on with or without him. We have every right, and the attorney can knock me down if not, but eminent domain, we have every right. We've made him a reasonable offer. We've addressed his concerns the best we can. And so if he doesn't move, I don't think we can wait any longer. This project is too big, too important to get to Jonesboro. I mean, Jonesboro is a food desert. There is not one place in town anyone can go to get food, not even junk food right now. So it's our responsibility to move on that. So I think if he's not going to do that, I think we do that, and then he gets fair market value for his property, and he doesn't have the support for his restaurant. And I don't mean that as a strong arm, but that's just the way it is. I mean, he can't expect us to work with him if he's not gonna work with us.
Yeah.
So that's my position that I'm gonna take with him. When his dad came to town, I was excited about that restaurant, and I was gonna, work with him. And I told Ken, I said, concentrate on getting that restaurant. Don't rebuild Legion. Don't rebuild City Hall. Get your restaurant built. And it just never happened. So hopefully Kenny and Andy will listen to my advice a little bit better, but that's where I am on it. And I think, with you guys' approval, I think that's the approach that we've got to take.
I agree with you, Gerald, because I dealt with Dollar General enough when I was up area plan, they come in for different things. When they're ready, they're ready, and if we hold something up, we could lose something very important in our town.
Yeah, it's too important to wait.
Yeah, too
So,
important.
we have this conversation every month. We need to set a deadline, if that's what you'd like.
His deadline is tomorrow.
So deadline for us to take action would be next meeting, right? Basically,
Yeah.
at the, like, either we have something ready to sign next meeting, or we discuss what the next option is, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's
I mean,
reasonable.
is that a reasonable approach?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Can I speak to the Dollar General?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I've already contacted the back here where the cars are, the
Yeah,
blue house,
yeah,
and the guy is in default on that loan back there, and I talked to the loan company, and they're gonna come up with a price for that, all that land back here where all the junk cars are.
Great.
So,
even the
What?
metal building,
yeah, the metal buildings, what Gerald's done is, thank you very much for the city of Jonesboro. And if we can get that back there, the Legion's the next stop, and I don't see any way we can't do that to them also. They've done nothing for that, the city gave that to them years ago, but I think they will sell it to us.
and ain't they getting more serious to move to Gas City?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I don't hope so, but that building over is valuable to us right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't.
One more thing about the
Mhm.
I've contacted the area plan, gave all the parcels numbers to them, all the taxing codes and everything. Todd's gonna run with that to make sure we can run with this with not any hitches. I meet with AEP tomorrow at 10 o'clock to go through the power back here, and see if we can move it, or somehow the planner will move around that hole, but I haven't been moving forward with that. That's it on that.
Okay, so, I mean, the last amount that this body approved was $8,000. If we're wanting to execute an agreement for more than that, we need to pass that, or we won't, we'll have to approve that at the next meeting.
Look at the bottom two that I have starred,
Uh-huh.
that's what
That's
you
okay.
guys have to work with.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
And I think we'll get the money back if they build, cause that's what.
Yeah, cause they'll pay you value.
Yeah.
We don't wanna make money on it, we
Yeah.
just gotta consolidate the land
yeah.
so we can move forward. So,
I personally, I think there's steps we could take before going right to eminent domain. I think there's even steps we can take as a city that makes that less desirable. Starting enforcing some of our codes, for example, about parking, about who can and can't use it for what. What's that zoned for? Is that really zoned to be a parking lot? But I agree, we've drug our feet for too long.
we have, and I, you know, he has a chance, you know, and I want the kid to succeed.
Mhm.
You know, he's got an uphill battle with what happened between his dad and the city,
Yeah,
but he has a chance to wipe the slate clean. He's not his dad.
Mhm.
no,
If he would just work with us, we could do that, but I don't think we can wait.
no,
Um,
cause if he wants to wait 36 or more, we
you
can't
know,
wait.
You know, he's still got, and to be honest with you, I am impressed that he's been able to dig out from what his dad left him.
Mhm.
And he's made huge progress in the last 2 years, with the shop, the diesel shop. So I think he can get there in time, but we can't wait on this for him to get to that.
So, this is my ignorance, but so he runs the Legion then?
No.
Or,
He owns, his dad was Ken
Mhm.
Puckett, who owned several properties in here and never really did anything. And
Yeah.
started out well, got
Yeah.
sideways, and
Yeah.
it didn't end well. So he owns the Kathmandu building, a couple other buildings,
yes.
and he owns the parking lot. But he owns a diesel shop in Marion.
I thought, that's why I'm confused. I thought the Legion owned the parking lot.
No,
The
this little
lot
area.
next to it.
The 2 lots next to it.
You remember
Oh,
where,
okay.
you remember where
So this is a
Deckers,
different discussion than the Legion, than the
Yes.
one that's right there?
yeah,
Yeah.
where
Okay.
Deckers used to have their office at. On the
Okay,
corner.
yeah, okay, sorry. So these, in my mind, so forget what I said about
The 8,000.
the 8,000. That's for the Legion. That's a different discussion.
Yeah.
Okay,
So my offer was 8 to 12.
yeah,
And I was, you know, and that's for both
Mhm.
lands. I mean, I don't mind giving him some incentive to sell.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's a generous offer,
Yeah, 10 years ago it was evaluated by a realtor for $6,600.
so
it's,
more than generous, and if he doesn't work with us, I think we gotta,
Yeah.
I mean, we've done everything we
Gerald?
can.
Can you, next time you talk to him, be nice to him and say, you know, this is what could happen to you if you don't wanna work
Yes, and
with
that's
him.
my intent.
And let him know that it could make a bad foot for that, and maybe that'll wake his eyes up.
That's my intent, and that's, you know, what I was, if we
Yeah,
showed up tonight, that's what we wanted to discuss, that,
Yeah,
Clayton, can I add something, sir?
when he's
you
done.
be nice to them, I'm always nice to people.
No,
But
All right, I believe Mr. Goins
Yeah.
had something to share.
There's a piece of property right over here that the lodge owns, right over here.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to quit claim deed that to us, they gave it to us, to
Wow.
make this process go through.
Okay, well, let's, one thing at a time, alright. I need this straight in my head. Let's finish the discussion about Gerald's property, then I'd love to hear more about others. About the property that Gerald was
Oh, I'm sorry.
discussing. No, it's okay, I appreciate it, I'm just confused. And I already gotten too mixed up, I need to do one at a time. And we apparently have, like, gotten properties lost in the shuffle in previous situations, so I don't wanna do that again. So, the two lots further that way. My thought that I was gonna share is ranges are great. I think people respond to a number. I think we should vote on a number, and then you go to them, you say what your spiel, and say, or we give you this number, rather than 8 to 12. Like, we voted on it, we've approved a number. That's the way I like to do business, and I think, rather than, if you give a number, that makes it seem more like a done deal, and it's then easier to say yes or no, rather than, oh, do I negotiate, or that, I mean,
Yeah.
I
I agree with that.
I could be outvoted, but do we say,
I'd say go down the middle, 10.
that's what I was gonna say. I think, rather than saying 8 to 12, I think we should vote, and, you know, we said 8 for that property, we can say 10 for those two, that's on the record, like,
With that, we need to, I understand he owes back taxes on
The little strip,
the little strip.
$1,600.
Okay, so that's included in the 10,000.
okay,
So it would be
Really
approximately 8,000
Yeah.
plus we would pay the taxes
okay.
on that. So the
So
10,000.
10 for 3 parcels, right?
Two.
The strip, what'd you say about the strip? What's the strip?
I don't know.
What's that?
I'm confused.
It's
There's a big lot in the strip that he owns. That's
Okay.
all. Okay.
So there's 2 parcels.
You're right.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
So,
one he owes back taxes on.
Yeah, the 22-foot wide one that's 22 feet by 78 feet.
Okay,
That's in with our lawyers in Indianapolis,
okay.
and I think,
but we paid it with.
so Gerald, since I'm chairing it, I won't make a motion, but I think it would be in order for what you're wanting to do something, say you wanna move to approve 10,000, and I think it's even fair to say, like, that sunsets at the end of the next redevelopment commission meeting. Like, we have this time frame.
Right, yeah, that's fine. I make that motion, we opt for both.
Mhm.
And either we pay the 1,600 or he pays the 1,600, but, for both lots.
Yeah.
And if we do not,
Then we'll have to reassess.
if he is not willing to work with us, then we need to reassess, and I think we need to be aggressive. I don't wanna wait, you know, and play nice and not offend anybody. It's too important.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a transformational project.
And I think having a specific amount with a sunset date will hopefully get the message across, I
I'll
hope.
second that.
Alright, there's
And the explanation of what's gonna happen.
yeah, right, the salesman, I mean, the pitch, it's all in the pitch, but we have a motion and second, if we can vote on it. Okay.
Rex,
To the
Aye.
street.
Clayton,
Those
Aye.
lots right there.
and Gerald.
Aye.
Okay, now, that's those two parcels, and I'll try to write those down when I go home. I am so sorry, Mr. Goins, please share about the lodge.
Oh, the lodge, it's a great thing because the guy that's defaulting that loan back here, I've already talked to the loan company about, I'm gonna compromise the guy to sell us that land, cause if we own that land strip there, he can't have those cars back there, cause there's no way to access that. And to be honest with you, that alley should've never been there.
Yeah.
That's
No.
not- But anyway, they were kind enough to, they're gonna quit claim that deed to us, and that's part of, the guy from the planner said, that's great, but I need that other property back here.
Yeah,
That's the, I'm
Why
pulling up
didn't-
Elevate.
Right.
and question I got, Bob, I don't know if you had ever noted, cause I mentioned it the other day to you. Where that blue building's at, it's partly on the lodge's land. Why didn't they ever, in my opinion, make him get it off of it?
It was Herman Decker and the city let him do it,
Well, and then Pete Brannon bought it, and Pete was running the Legion,
Okay,
and we didn't.
so nothing ever got.
not, they just kept it quiet.
So the lodge owns the parcel just to the west of 4th Street.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
See how far it goes up against the properties and everything?
So who owns 104 West 4th Street Land Trust?
It's a place at 5424 McFarland Drive in Indianapolis. I've already talked to him.
Okay, what was their response?
He's in default, and I told him we're interested in buying.
That, okay, that's the bank one. Okay, great.
And that is
Can I borrow your pens?
that's the blue house and all the barns too. That's all one parcel.
Yeah, the
Or
metal
not one
building
parcel,
over here
that's-
across,
He
comes
owns those,
across the street
the
from it.
barns and he owns the house.
That's 400
Yeah,
Yes,
in default.
and 104 West 4th.
And if you want me to have any of these conversations, I'm happy to, too. Please, seriously,
Yeah.
let me know.
But what I need from you, Clayton, is, once again, we need an amount.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said it's around 40,000, and he's in default. Now,
They're gonna have to take a haircut on that, I think, but they expect to take a haircut on that if they're in default.
well,
But well, what's the building worth?
he's gonna pass it on to, the guy that has the contract with him, he's gonna pass it on to the guys buying it, that we're interested in purchasing it from him. If not, they're gonna go, his note's coming due like this week or sometime.
yeah, the bank
So-
will too.
To make a long story short, I don't know when we're gonna get a chance to either put a bid on it or buy it from that guy, but we may need to come up with $40,000.
Okay.
Oh, there's multiple. I see
Yes.
I see what you're saying now, with including the house.
Yes.
I now understand
Yeah,
what
the
you're
metal
saying.
building across.
Okay, yeah, but okay.
And the developer told me that if they will buy that back from us, if they need it,
Mm-hmm.
but I want it anyway.
Well, we could sell it. I mean,
Well,
if we
I
had
at
to.
least want that, cause you know, there's a street like there, that Dollar General would have.
Okay. What about the little plot just to the south of that, with Jacob and Audrey Felger? Do we need that?
I haven't looked at that one yet. I looked at the one for the,
That's just a bunch of trees.
Trees.
That's just to the west. That's just right over here.
right. That won't be in play with the developer. He went through all of it.
Okay.
Now, there is a piece of land back here that we might get for free, but I don't think we need it, the King property, if you're looking at it. Mrs. King used to live at 104 West 6th Street.
Okay.
That, can't think of her name, shoot, the realtor, Ford, Gail Ford owns that, and she's not paying her taxes on it, she said she might gift that to us. But I don't think we need it. I don't think you guys need anything other than Kenny's, the Legion, and that 104 Land Trust account he's got.
Okay.
So you are requesting an amount tonight that we pass?
We're gonna move forward fast,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna just be point blank, I don't wanna be able to speak to this without, like I
Yeah.
just told Gerald tonight, personally, I said, I'm not gonna make an offer without you guys' blessing, without everybody knowing about it
Right.
when I do it, so I think it's a good investment if we can get it,
So
because
how much should we,
I mean, the house, I mean, it's a house. I mean,
it's.
yeah, but you ever seen it, looked at it before he took it? Clayton, Fireman's was back that way,
Yeah.
and it looked pretty trashy. I don't know who would ever wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
It would need a lot of work.
I mean, haircut on defaulted loan sounds to me like a 60%. What's 60% of 40? Yeah, 24,000. Call it 25. Call it even for all 3 parcels, or 30. That's 75%. I don't know.
I don't know if we need all 3, so I was just looking at all of it for just,
Well,
the house, we don't need the house for Dollar General, but if we
No.
don't do something, somebody might do something with that house and there'll be a mess. back
well,
there.
and the thing is, the house is the part the bank will care about. That's the part that he owes the money on.
Yeah.
He doesn't owe money on a pole.
I see where you're going. Maybe
So,
just
I
make
don't-
a bid- Make a bid just on the 400 South Main one.
Yeah, I think it's hard.
Well.
He doesn't owe him 40 grand on the piece that we need.
No,
Now, but I'm afraid that if we only offer for that piece, they won't be very interested. So maybe we don't have all the information. Do you want the house?
My opinion, I'm like Bob, we should take the house,
you're gonna be here.
and that way we don't have no more trouble.
I think it would help us if we could buy it.
Yeah.
I think it would help us because of what the lodge gave us.
Yeah,
It would be an ongoing battle, them traversing over our property,
yeah,
and then the garage of that property's on that property line, and that's one thing that could cause it. But I see where you're going about would you want me to call the land trust company and see if they would divide it out, and if he defaults completely, that we see if they'll just sell us the barns?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm torn. That's the thing. I'm okay.
Property, but I can't.
Here's what I'm thinking. I don't want to. I'm fine with trying to get the house. I just don't want to spend a ton of money on it. I mean, because that is a big number in our bank account. But it's like we don't have.
It is.
But we don't have income. Like these numbers go away pretty.
Well, here's my thought. If you guys go up to 40 on the house and the barns,
Yeah.
get all of it, and then you're buying these lots, so you're wrapping up about 60,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get that back eventually in TIF in the riverfront if you bring that store here.
Yeah.
You gotta get that store here.
Right. I don't want to give a bank that took on this credit risk 100% par
Right.
value on their defaulted loan. I don't want to do that.
I would just,
So,
I would
yeah.
approve up to 40,
Right.
one of you would negotiate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you think, Joe?
I think this project is too important,
Mhm.
and I understand what you're saying. The bank shouldn't have given this guy the loan and taken the risk. But if we can get it for less, get it for less.
Yeah.
But let's not be short-sighted on this
No.
and do what we need to do, because we are gonna get the money back for the 3 lots
Mhm.
that we pay for. Whether they buy part of that or not, you know, they might buy part of it, my understanding, they might buy part of back there.
Mhm.
So we are gonna get
Mhm.
most of it, a good portion of the money back. But I don't wanna gamble on losing this project.
So, and I agree. So, what I was gonna, you hadn't spoken, but what I was saying was, I would want to say something like, buyer's choice. We say, hey, we'll give you 32 for all of it, or we'll give you 8 just for the barn, or something like whatever our numbers are. But they can that kind of puts it in their court.
Can we eminent domain them too?
Well,
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
no.
make that kind of an offer, and I agree with you making an offer like that. 32 and then 8 for
Well,
that, or,
Yeah,
Yeah. I
Do
agree.
do you want me to give you the information to come up here and we talk to them? Would you like to come up and help me?
I would love to help you.
Then
Yeah.
let's, my suggestion to you gentlemen is set some kind of amount that would give the president of the redevelopment committee the leeway to make an offer, and you can take a phone call with me, and we can do this together, and we can get this process started.
Yeah.
Do we wanna set a certain amount, we don't wanna go over, or?
Yeah. Well, my thought, since there's only three of us, let's just get what our personal thoughts are, then we'll deliberate. My thought is the buyer's choice, we have a number for both of them. Say, hey, we'll do all three for this, or if you don't want that, we'll just do the one for this and see what they like. What do you're just kind of like, more or less as high of a number as we can tolerate to at least authorize, just go all three,
Well-
don't worry about it?
See, obviously we need to negotiate.
Yes, right.
Okay, so, offer them 32, but, if they, 40 is what they owe, is that?
That's what he said on the phone. Now, that's somebody probably
Yeah.
Okay.
looking at a little bit of a gift.
And usually when you're
And
dealing with
40
banks
could be
and
a round
going in
number,
bankruptcy,
so it could be
sometimes they'll come
45
down
to
just to
40.
get the property out.
Correct. Yeah. So if we just wanna authorize 40, up to 40 for the three, but it's up to the discretion of the mayor or the negotiators of how many,
And you
yeah,
too.
or myself,
Both of us.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's the way I would approach it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just don't wanna be short-sighted
Uh-huh.
and,
Then I'll make the
this is
motion, we
gonna
go
have
up to
more
40,000.
impact than we can imagine.
And to the mayor and the president of the board, here, redevelopment board, negotiate that with the land trust,
Okay,
And I will say.
because like I said, I believe sometimes when banks are getting stuff back, they wanna get rid of it. You can get stuff down, and you kinda tell them, we got a project and we're not willing to pay this.
right. Okay, we have a motion and Gerald seconded. We're ready for a roll call, I think.
Rex,
Aye.
Clayton,
Aye.
and Gerald.
Aye.
I've got a big exam the last week of March, but first week of April, if we can try to set something up. So that's great, we're getting a lot done. So, we approved 10,000, Gerald to make an offer of 10,000 for the two Puckett properties.
Yeah,
So now we're all the way back to what I thought we were talking
I
about.
believe.
Where are we with the American Legion? Mr. Goins, I'd love to hear from you on that.
I had Rusty go to the board and had two items. And the item was, not with you guys, one of them, but the other item was, he said 5,000 would probably not be enough, and I said 8.
Mhm.
And that's what we had discussed, and that's where we're at. I keep trying to get him over there, and I haven't caught him by the last couple of days. I will pursue that
Okay.
right away. Now, saying that, I think you guys should maybe pad that just a little bit, cause that's the largest lot. I think you should authorize up to 12 for that. Offer, start at 10 and maybe end up at 12, cause that's the kicker right there.
Okay,
If we don't
yeah.
get that, I want that no matter what
Yeah.
for the city.
Okay, I mean, he's made a request. One of you gentlemen wanna make that motion?
I'll make the motion, we go up, you said what, 10, Bob?
He said 12.
12?
And
10,
I will make
12.
sure that Gerald and all you guys all know about that
Mhm.
Okay.
before I. Thank you.
Are you seconding?
I will second.
Yeah. All right. We have a motion and a second. Brittany,
Rex,
Aye.
Clayton,
abstain.
and Gerald.
Aye.
Okay. Yeah, if we can move forward on that, that's great. If you need my help, that's great.
Does the Legion know what?
I did not tell Rusty at that time. I will the next
I mean, it's
offer.
out there,
Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're avoiding, because they know they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I don't think they're avoiding me, I'm just saying.
You have manila folders. Is there something else you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I got some other stuff.
Let's do it.
Can I pass this down to you? I contacted the Greenway, Angie at Greenway, I told Brittany about it. I'd like for you guys to purchase that land And
From that girl,
Greenway down there, and I'm having a meeting with Greenway, I'm gonna try to get them to give us some funds to help clean it up. I would like for the president of the redevelopment committee approach the owner of that, names in that folder I gave you. I'd like you, if you guys would make an amount we could offer to her, it'll appraise at $1,900. It's more than enough to clean up the Water Street and make it look nice down there, but my suggestion as the mayor to the redevelopment committee, I'd like for you guys to move forward with this.
Yeah.
You make the offer and, we'll see if our lawyer can quit claim deed and all that stuff and see if she would sell that property to us. But in the meantime, I'm working with Greenway,
get your.
they're gonna come up and meet with us and see if I can get some funds to clean it up and help them.
Mhm.
Now, we would own it, but, with a new skid steer and everything, no, I'm just kidding. I think it'll be nice to clean out, because we're gonna own those trees. Drive down there on your way home or next day to work, 112 South Water is the address, and I don't agree with that, but anyway, that, yeah, but that's the north side, but anyway, that, those trees along there, Brittany will tell you, we're gonna own those trees real soon. They're gonna fall and the city's gonna have to clean them up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, we're
and,
gonna have,
and like I like to tell you guys, I know what Bob's talking about, if we wanna do something down there, over the years, I kept my ears open and listened to different state reps and stuff. There's money down to state, we have some free money
Mhm.
that they can pull out of some places that can help us if we wanna make a little, wall or something up, stand the sidewalk.
Mhm.
They can find the money, cause they have done over the years, and I used to have a cousin that was a state rep. And they know where to go and ask, and before the session's over, oh yeah, you got your 100,000 for that project. They know where to go.
Okay. You have a number, gentlemen? You want to authorize me to reach out to them with a number or a cap or something, however you wanna do it?
What we say the property's worth,
Assesses for 1,900.
do we literally wanna give them 1,900 since we gotta clean it up? I say we approve the 1,900, but go look where our last,
Yeah. Start at 1,200 or something.
yeah.
I will text you her phone number. I'll get it for you. the
Okay.
owner.
What do you think, Gerald?
Yeah, I think, again, you know, if we can get it for less than the 19, but no more than the 19, but.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, that's a different animal than.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not nearly as
Yeah.
critical.
It's not critical, but it would help us a lot.
I'll make the motion, we approve up to 19, but ask for less.
Mhm. All right. You second, Gerald?
Oh, yes, I second.
I'd love to, but I'm cheering. I'm not really supposed to. All right, there's a motion and a second. Brittany, when you're ready for roll call?
Rex,
Aye.
Clayton,
Aye.
and Gerald.
Okay. Pearl and water. Wow, we're spending a lot of money tonight. Well, a thing I was gonna say, maybe I don't. We're talking about new business now. Any other new business?
Anything.
Thing I was thinking about when I didn't think there was gonna be anything to talk about, since Mr. Puckett and the Legion guys weren't here. I'm hesitant to bring it up now, but we have the gentleman who has the motorsport business in the old piece in Plenty. That sign out front that is empty and old troubles me. I was wondering if it would be within our jurisdiction in our best interest to offer to have that removed for him. I'm not really excited about, like, I mean, we could if we approved it, but I don't want to buy a new sign for him, but if it's like, hey, this is, bringing down the community, this will help your place look better, draw attention to your window. I don't know. That was just a thought. Do you think we could do that, Mr. Musser?
Yes, we could.
I figured we could. And in my head, that would be a couple $1,000 job. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
If they just unbolted it,
I
back
looked
down
at,
there,
I wouldn't know, if it's just bolted, I
and
think
you
it's
just lean it over and put
It'd
it
be
down
easy.
and back up, pick it up.
Doesn't seem to be easy, but
Okay.
then again, we bust the seam in. I'll walk down there and look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it'd be good, and I can try to reach out to him, if we offered to take care of that for him if he was interested.
He's a good kid.
Mhm.
He's got a lot of bikes out the other day. He's gonna bring the cold weather back to us.
Yeah. So if you know him and you talk to him, can
Yes.
you talk to him about that one?
Yeah.
Oh, before we get too far, I just thought of this, just in my head. I don't know if this is council or where redevelopment, we're all on the council too. We know Dollar General wants to come in. Bob hinted before we can give tax breaks. Do we wanna give them any or none?
I want to go home, and this is the Redevelopment Commission.
No, we can't.
Can't,
I would advise you not to talk about it.
okay,
Yeah.
At the
That is out of order, I'm sorry.
okay.
We can talk about it after we're no longer in order. Any other new business? Any comments not regarding Dollar General and tax rates? Or questions? Anything, Brittany, Mr. Messer?
No.
All right, motion adjourns in order.
Motion adjourned.
We're adjourned, thank you.
Did some good work tonight.
Well done.
So what you guys are paying, I just wanna know.